All right. Ya chamu makwaba bim edeba Pepe Soares channel na so ewo YouTube. Yara mase se abrenya bibiano. Moni yen edi dwumayi. Na da bia meka che se we are extremely grateful that you continue to watch us. Ehwa mo hwe ye no eno ene hye nkuran ema dwumadi no. Yeguso na abribiano ye ede ema mo. Yinim se obekoso na wahwe ye mepa che se ne ene da edikan a wo hwe yen dwumadi bia ene bomode ase obe subscribe to page no ede amaye ebia ota hwe ye nimo onje bre emfan subscribe ye misrawo onso subscribe na beka ebusiakuo no ho efa emaye a Pepe Soares channel ena o hwe. This channel is dedicated to cover our local game, but predominantly to cover Asante Kotoko stories. It's answer no ene yen subscribers ene yen viewers no epe nti yebje bre ni aye no ede Amoah misrawo se nan de dika wo hwe ya subscribe efamaye ota hwe on subscribe ye ne subscribe enya den abra wo hwe dwumadi na no wo se subscribe aba abegu so mun subscribe ne pe na wo sa emia so wo sa emia so a officially na obabe a member of the Pepe Soares media na afei wabeka busuaku no na nyina ene wo adidwuma no. Thank you so much. Yedin some April on Tuesday Asante Kotoko share preparations ase towards that big game onom ebebo coming weekend. Asante Kotoko yebetumi aka say probably their biggest game of the season na ebasui onom ene bibiani goal stars. Makacho say every point dropped ebe significant at the end of the season. Isan say if he's a coach Karim Zito ebae no in the league, Kotoko dropped 2 points when they drew with Aquah folk or the Accra Sports Stadium. Over the current league table, the Odikaino A Nations FC with 57 points. The Otosuminu A Bibiani Gold Stars with 56 points. The Otosumiensa A Pando Out of Lions with 54. The Otosunai Asante Kotoko with 54. So if Kotoko had picked the 3 points versus Accra folk, and Kabino Kasei, Asante Kotoko, instead of 54, go 56. Pajaze. Every point be a Kotoko drop ever drop piano. As we move on in the season, now if we are in the final analysis, a bit me a major point as to why Kotoko did not win the league. It's Kotoko Eshe Haza and Kotoko Yeka say 56 and Kotoso league log no so. Now nations ebron so back up. But that is the story, and you don't want some emanimum Asante Kotoko opportunity. Se kusiada oche club at the Bibiani Gold Stars, Bibiani Dance Park, no shena. Then the gap a Kotoko ne Gold Stars in terminal. Na Asante Kotoko. One more Esa Gold Stars on by a point. So the moment referee bubble whistle, na Kotoko edim kunim over Bibiani Gold Stars no. Asante Kotoko ebe kyerɛ sɛ sisi wɔnom ɛda Bibiani Gold Stars anim ɛwɔ league table no so. Kai sɛ Pando Out of Lions ɛwɔ difficult game this weekend. Ɔno nso ɛna ne kyerɛm ɛwɔ Wanchi akɔbɔ Young Apostles. I doubt if they will pick 3 maximum points. So a win for Kotoko ebetimi de one but at least second on the league log. At least second on the league log. Then ɔmɛhwɛ ɔmo nim ahwɛ sɛ ebia Nations FC Eufie on a summer test, and Koya, then Kotoko will profit from sale. So that is the situation as we speak. I know said this here. I don't want some no. Ede Emma yen Ashefono. Na Asante Kotoko, a resume training on Tuesday. Kotoko ebo game Monday. Ya no more any training. Tuesday, they do what we call the recovery session. And Asante Kotoko, by EBPM or Dakojachi, a recovery session. Our men were there, the eagle was around, Nakwadi, Pia Hawk Nichi account. So the hawk eye plus the eagle and all other intelligence that we have here at Pepe Soares Media were activated. And I'll walk you through what actually happened, give you a Asante Kotoko, one more resumption of training this week. And then the Kotoko so so kwa kwahye bibia ni go stars no se the training isi ekoye se the nsem nyina isi koye no meye ho adwuma e de amount e wo channel we so me patch once again se o hwe na on subscribe ya subscribe to channel no e fama yesisie me da se ma me nsa se emfa emfree the good news. So good news and say last week and I make catch up say a branch the thing Eddie Peter Amidu Aquah, fantastic winger. Asante Kotoko, fantastic winger. Na Kotoko team no o pemrantia o tom kwa bontia bruchira and I mean proper European destination be you know. Marco A Peter Amidu Aquah. There's age on his side and he's a very good player. He's still learning. Akwadana Epraye achakakra before Kotoko ever bought a Diana Stars and Asante Kotoko announced here. That should be 4 or 5 weeks ago. And yes, and Kotoko yes announcement and say when your ankle injury, it if it's happening, untimi emo game and from Asante Kotoko. In fact, no but training mostly oba football boots kra na onshebi yana nine extra slippers na odiaba. Nyame adom abrante last week me catch you say oh the final phase of the recovery process no. And the good news is that and I said on Tuesday, Peter Amidu Aquah was able to join his colleagues at training. In Tabranche, no, a training with the senior team. And that is good news for Asante Kotoko. A good news Edema Asante Kotoko. So Peter Amidu Aquah etimi started training. And this week, so otwaso sa na problem fufurobia ama likely say obey part of the match day squad Kotoko be PM e Bibiani dance park akofisi Bibiani Gold Stars eno e abrante ndin e de Peter Amidu Aquah. That story na a presidency e jira me first no now and before training no e be hyase no enkomodie pi e na course na isan say eagle no ho na the hawk eye was there. Everything that happened, we have it here. But sometimes my catch say we exercise discretion. It in be a see bia ena iwram e de ebro. De ye de bro a yen adwemu no enkriti problem emfama club no emma opponent enya unfair information about Kotoko no. Ye de bro of course we always have to balance between omo pe Kotoko and semneti any how opponents may also treat it. We exercise a lot of discretion when it comes to those areas. Now, Coach Abdul Karim Zito, as a ritual, every first day of the week training or addressing players. Now, they speak about the previous game. Now, only are planning towards the next game. Zito, and the style of management in there, I'm a fantastic management style. So, the beginning of weekly training, no mashe ejuma omoye no previous week no then ejuma ben the next week no mo de won komo nti coach Abdul Karim Zito ebom ranche na baso for the important win, the flamboyant win they had over Dreams FC on one former club 4-1 Kotoko atai omo biggest win this season. Previously na ye 4-1 win over Vision Babayara. And I'm not san ye and coach ejibre mabaso. The import of sa meeting I on before on start a training a review and preview. And coach pointed out the highs. And your man a was sort of pa and you may meeting expectation and your man a brown expectation. So those are the highs. He mentioned it and player or sabasobo no the amano department sabasobo no the amomu sa pepe. Then he mentioned the lows. Maybe I'm not unexpected say and you may be so no munina at the home come. So individual players were mentioned when it came to your bomb mabaso any ABR or mistakes. Departmental issues were addressed. When I talk about departmental issues, we add into the defense, the midfield, and the attack. So defensive department or the defense department, the midfield department, and the attacking department. Coach Ajebre na wache chirim na wachere baby a ubia bo moden de mo anyi ni no mo di ho nkomo. one thing I meet maka I'm sure say we increase problem and say coach ejebre e kire mranche na ade baako so now no kwesi ada stadium almost always na kwampoku offside and coach e kire mranche say sometimes na omo holding on to possession for far too long until it is something they've done that sometimes when they see the run of Kwampoku release the ball early say the bear Kwame enquire offside because so play Kwame Poku 1v1 with the goalkeeper you are short say if you give him 8 and I say you give him 10 8 there or the better them at the amount if you look at the second goal of Kotoko and the third goal now Kwame Poku first and second goals Baba Sports Stadium ni nyina na ball ya ball at the abreno or clear sight at goal na Kwame Poku at the ball at them it's coach a boss had no so e mo di onkomo sometimes coach address the channel the left channel and on Sunday na left channel no abranche the din the Patrick Asidu then left sided center back on Sunday and no ekokoye Joseph Ablo left sided midfielder was Babaya left sided attacker na Dauda Saka into which address that channel which address the central channel the goalkeeper abranche the din Samba then to Intimenu, then Kwampoku, that's the central channel. If or addressing the right channel now, right and was Justice Blay, right-sided center back was Ansu, then right-sided midfielder, Aquah branch the ding, the Amoah, Amoah who started there. So that is it. It's a coach, a church is annual, or more correct, Nafi, one of Aquah. That is the first thing that happened at Adakojachi on Tuesday. A bright team no a resume training. So some comedy a course between the technical team and the playing body. And team no be drew by 240 thereabouts. Now on Messi Samoa Bibiani no na no miensa na ekobo. Team ranche no ete and a technical team no led by coach Amoah the technical bench so and address you. Owie no and almost swing into action. Normally the first day of the week at training, yeah, a lot of physical works. Into physicals, no. Now, as you say, cones. So jumping, you jump. No, I say, no, I run it. Sa, say, Juana, training, no. And then basically, meet me, I say, no, and I say on Tuesday, the course of training, no. And I'm doing 7 a day at Tuja. Again, physical works, no. One touch passing be. One touch pass and a bar, no pass it, no, ya pass it. Oh, chim, kakanga 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, no more jina. No more boy, you suddenly frenzy a boy, Saturday na endurance pa juma pa because you bet my ball now nine kind of jinem. One can answer our ball. You must think very quick and then one touch pet and will be a air. Later, some shooting drills, of course, and they be a coach, because that has been the bane of Asante Kotoko. Our main problem, boss no to me infant to no. It's almost shooting west and echo so. Now, I'm going to zero in on some players. So, my catch was Kotoko, every state, and I said, manage players be health. That is the right word. Manage players be. Obi okwa dakoja on Tuesday biaro. And then Wednesday report am dey mawi. Tuesday okwa dakoja a Patrick Asidu and training. Samba Ndongani and training. They were there, they did not train. The reason they did not train, ebia once team I resume training now be man that first thing we think is be pra. But I can tell you say a prebianim management. And this thing started under Prosper Nate Ugun because Sam Ranchini Minu Oma accumulated a lot of games, about games pa. Jabranche the day a day and using two men. Sorry, Abranche the day a day Patrick Asidu. One where the Kotoko only left back since October. And one game per and one message Kotoko Dreams FC Tubas Trutef. I know now or serve suspension into Emma the injured Manokuti at that time Manokuti a fit a ball as left back. We no free man. A branch and what bomb matches in Inti normally, if the team would train 5 times a week, yeah, or 3. Now arrest me, and yes, all my training baba, obewura ne kakra na akotena technical bench no so. Same thing eko edema samba so abo games pa who players at Ghana Premier League omabo a lot of minutes na sure say samba ndongani onel account it no so the same therapy omo edema patikasi do no ono so ebi ekoma no obeba training no obeba running no nemum say all kick balls ni bi eye nneoma no bebrebe no no ma rest na kakra. So if it is 5 times a week training emu miensa and obey no serious they can there oba abe running keke management mpacho jinye pra ntie bia what report says how branch ni no anyi training on Tuesday no credit did not train but they are not injured we are supporter kwa koma eto yam problem anyhow mame mfanto dwa say imono entry Saturday afternoon Kotoko etwiti omo e omo ex handle na ebe announce say we pra eyampa we pra nti wanye training abrante de Samuel Tinedu April last week ono so eda so injured aye ka say Samuel Tinedu enso April ntimpanyfo eguso a wonom ehwe ni pra no na omo amanage no mama on two players bi now mesaba another two players na my report at the amount abet Amoah situation at the saying abet Amoah on say abet Amoah a Thursday last week Thursday the Kotoko senior team the Kotoko junior team game no na upraye abet Amoah ebe started Kotoko versus what's the name Kotoko versus Dreams and scored in the first half. Unfortunately when Timmy Antwa game so abet Amoah on Tuesday came to training but individual training exercise no yeah wanye team training individual exercise two players na yes individual exercise no abet Amoah individual exercise sanso na Isaac Minta ono so enya knee injury. Isaac Minta the good news is say the knee injury no or recover and kakra Isaac Minta so ebo modern ade friend say individual session with the physical trainer inti Madika catch two players in Patrick and Samba by Omani training omunye injured McLean no the amount Madika ama player baako ono de match set say some Tinedu ani ma no antwi omo de no injury omo pick last week ni no omo resume full training then catch us Albert Amoah individual training on Tuesday Albert Amoah or Ranesa on Isaac Winter under supervision from the medical team and the physical instructor. So that is in terms of the playing body. Makacho say for Peter Amidu Aquah there, news name dey to start here. Or no resume full training. Now, young fan to just say Coach James Kwesiapia, the sporting director of Asante Kotoko, now our training and there. Kwesiapia to Kwayams or by no. Last week Thursday he was at the training grounds. Saturday no training. Sunday no stadium. Friday no training. Sunday over stadium. And then Tuesday I won't resume training. I prepare for game Kotoko. Any Bibiani Go Stars Ekobo. It will Bibiani Dance Park on Sunday. Coach James Kwesiapia no. Kwesiapia any manager Eddie Nkomo after training. The sporting director any manager Eddie Nkomo after training. Omugu so show mun cry. Say monhwe monim na momo de ne yemko. Na ye de ne say ye bagie 3 points no. Say ye wie na baabi de ekohwe gu a na ya to hallelujah na ekoye nim. So that is Coach James Kwesiapia who visited the team at training. Sanso and Johnny Malik Jaber and so FCC team no I will train on there almost every day. I know so he was also there and that is what actually happened. Now my main first we Infantuja Andrews Intimanu was not at the training grounds or Amahokra. And also reason here initially now my dream says I reason from but there's no problem with telling people about this. So Andrews Intimanu I'm training. Omo amebo omo din bebiri omo buy omo anye training. Ono de wa training. Now beka last week and I'm breaking them out said two Kotoko players and a Black Stars caller. Kwame Poku and Andrews Intimanu. So Intimanu be part of the Black Stars team a omo kobo the Unity Cup e London Brentford Stadium na obetu kwan akọ bi ma so awuji visa mboa eti Andrews in team anu the traveling documentations, traveling processes, and ene I'm an MPM the training center at Adekojachi. Oguswa, oya nkrata no ho adwuma yie pa. Said be ya obetumi enso adjoin the club no and as adjoin the Black Stars of Ghana. Na Black Stars ednani atrem London. Na fe omakwa preparations for that all important game. Ghana versus Nigeria, the first game. If we are able to win, Ghana be share the winner of Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. Say a winner, you be share the loser of that game. Na Nigeria mum ako share the winner. Sir NHLT. Andrews Ntiman was not at the training grounds. And the reason here, Andrews Ntiman and to me ama training grounds and say when you Black Stars call up, one egu so a traveling arrangement and documentation. And no ene ama no and I say on Tuesday, I'm an MP our Asante Kotoko at the training grounds. I'm a part of the team at Omo A training. Thank you so much. Yadamasi, Semuguso Namushaye. Yadamasi pa subscribe to channel no. If I God bless us all. Amen.